Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fijian Investment Trader, known as Fijian Traders. This is your host, Mr. Singh. Plug Power, ticker symbol PLUG. What a roller coaster month we have been having. The highs of $3.71, and now it's sitting at $2.68. What is the low for today? Broke two important support level. Where we heading? There's a lot of questions coming up for Plug Power investors, as and I know there's a lot of questions coming up. Are we done yet? When is this bleeding is gonna stop? Well, we have a lot to cover. So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because I'm going to talk about some good, the bad, and great with Plug Power in terms of the technical and as well as fundamentals for this company. RBC Capital sticks to their hold rating for Plug Power. The RBC Capital Analysis, Chris, have maintained a hold rating for Plug Power on April 10th. That was 6 days ago. And the set price of $3.50, which we are trading on below that. And on Friday, we know that it closed at $2.89. And according to Mr. Dernos, the average return is a negative 25.7% and an increase of 15.38% on that. So a lot of analysts are coming either sell or hold with Plug Power. We know what's going on with Plug Power, right? They have maintained their costs. They have obtained a big grant as well from the government. But why it is not coming up? Well, we got to cover what is going on. So investors banking a bounce back powers for big US lenders. What does it mean by that? So I'm going to kind of dive and break it down on this article, what is mentioning about that. So JCP Morgan, American Bank of America, Citi, all the big banks will report a revenue earnings and will beat and meet the analysis expectation. Consumer spending remained the robust, and the demanding of dealing the stock and bonds sales have lifted the earnings of a wall heavy bankers as the market rallied continue on early 2024, boosting the fees of collecting banks collect on the money they manage for their clients. But there the results are tempered by raising pressure from interest rates, which squeezes the profit margins, and banks are warning that the recovery in capital markets are fragile, and many said they won't expect much revenue and profit this year. As the group of 6 banks reported a 35.63 billion in profit, down from 3% from a year ago, with half of the banks reporting a decrease in profit, half and reporting an increase. Combined revenue rose of 4% and $139 billion. Well, make it short and simple, it is about the interest rate, because once the interest rate comes in, the growth, the profitability, it is come to a stand grounds, means it's not going to be a lot of revenue generated for the companies, and Plug Power, it is going to be heavily impacted as well, right, like rest of the company. The entire market is pulling back. I'm going to show you how about SPY 500 from all-time high is coming, has a massive pullback from past 4 days, because of the first are talking about reduction of interest rate, which is an overdue because of the high inflation rate. We know that in California, which I live in, the gas price is over $6. You go to the grocery stores, everything is in double right now, which the actual income is hard to sustain it, and they need to reduce those prices with the interest rate, which will help it down. Also, Nasdaq Bank has dropped 1.6% and now down 7.7% this month. SP financial sector fell up to 6 straight session. Morgan Stanley expected on Tuesday the raising of 2.5% to $89.14 this report. Consumer spending, executives of the economy continue to look strong. The consumers and business are both spending and borrowing. The revenue from the wealth management arms are also increased. The credit income, transaction volumes have jumped. People are buying on a lot of in terms of their credit cards. Means they have less money to spend because of the help of the credit cards, which they can buy on that. Also, kind of skip to the next article. Consumers across the board appear to be benefiting from the higher paychecks. Research of the Bank of America shows the wages grew in March for the high income and the low income households at the faster rate of 2023, reflecting the country's strong labor market. The economy remains a recent with a lot that has to do with the consumer. Bank of America chief financial said during this call, during the reporters on Tuesday. But there are some areas of concern. where JP Morgan chief CEO Jeremy said on the call with the reporters that on Friday that there are signs of distress the bank's loans to the consumers with a low credit score. Investment banks. So a lot of insecurity has been going through the economy right now, where the banks are continuously giving loan. They made some changes on that. But the people are spending more what they have actually, and with the high interest rate, we know the consumer demand in terms of automotive house has slowed down rapidly because of high interest rate, and even on the groceries right now is so high. So there's a big impact on coming on in US market and in US economy as well. A lot of fear on that, a lot of interest rate coming dropping on that. It will bring in a lot of unsteadity on the market. Well, plug power, right? This is what's kind of more impacting. That's why I kind of break it down. This is more impacting for companies like plug power as well. Well, we know the high is $18. Love to see that. But the low is $2.50. The average was $5.35 was the target at the moment for plug power. What do we add with plug power? We can clearly see that we are sitting to the low. We are coming to the low of $2.50. Definitely not a while ago, right? Right at March 28. We're sitting this around at $3.65. Now we're sitting at $2.68. Are we done yet? No, folks. We have more pain to come. Unfortunately, I don't have a good news, but more pain to come. The last time we dropped all the way, we came to $2.18, but another stop will be definitely at $2.54, and then all the way to $2.18 is going to be the level to keep an eye. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean up some chart, because that where our red was our resistance. Now what's our support is broken, it becomes a resistance. Now we're going to have these two resistance sitting right up here at the level at $2.83. And now the next one, it is sitting mine as $2.18. But there's another one sitting right up here, which is retraded many times, which is right roughly around at $2.40. Well, I did sold my shares. Yes, folks, I did sell my shares, lost some profit. I wanted to get out. But the reason is that I'm not saying that I'm not a long-term investor. I am absolutely a long-term investor. That is my reason of doing the videos. But I got to be very careful on this trade, right? Because our moving average, which is my pink line, which is the 200-day EMA, clearly said that seeing it's a downtrend and we get rejected right here, rejected, rejected, rejected. I can keep going saying when you get rejected, right? But now the blue line, which acted a little bit as a support, now both are taking line, which does it means a clear indication of a downtrend coming and something that we gotta keep an eye. Well, my target area to load is gonna be $2.18. I know some of you guys really don't want to hear me saying that, but $2.18 an area I'm looking at to load my shares. But before that, $2.40 will come in play, because we did kind of traded in between these two area around $2.40, which I'm gonna have as our support level right over here. $2.43. It's an area that 42 cents rather. I'm gonna be keeping an eye as well. But these are the two support level, folks. Unfortunately, it is coming to that level, and you can clearly see that this is not a good sign for plug power. And not only plug power, folks, it is all the stocks has been pulling back time and time right now. And I wanted to share with you guys, this is what's happening. This is what's happening with the market. This is what's happening with the economy, and we should be prepared about it, right? This is the time not to panic, just to have a plan when to buy the stock, because it is coming where people make a lot of money in terms of the stock market when is a dip happens, and everybody has to wait and patiently to see that bottom. When the bottom is settled, then it is an opportunity to load some shares. So there's a more pain coming for plug power? I would say yes, folks. There is more pain, unfortunately, coming for plug power, and it is all the way right up here, the $2.18. The last time we came on that, and that's we are approaching to that level, definitely on that. I'm gonna shift the gear to the 5-year because I want to see something if it's gonna help me to understand. And then once you drop $2.50, you can clearly see that all the way to 2029. We're seeing at $1.86. It's gonna be the next level to keep an eye, definitely. So we have two levels to keep an eye, absolutely. One is all the way at the bottom right now is $1.86. If you guys can see it right over here on the screen, it's going to be right here. And then the next one, definitely, it is coming back to the not one of my favorite spot, but $2.43 and $2.18 are the three key levels. Folks, here you go. This is a recap on Plug Power. Apologies for not doing the videos no weekend due to family emergency, but I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to share what's going with the Plug Power, what is happening at it. Look, sold a couple of my long-term portfolio shares in terms to be prepared what is coming through on that. Granted, I am a long-term investor, but I'm going to be very careful how I invest my money, because this kind of pullback and more pain is coming. Unfortunately, more pain is coming, and we're going to be prepared on that. So, folks, please don't forget to subscribe, smash the like button, and turn on the notification if you're interested in Plug Power or any other stock. I know some of you guys are sitting on the red, very looking at it and very frustrated with this company. I am as well. But we can't put our emotions on that. Have a plan when to average it and all other key levels that I discussed on that. Not a financial advisor, just doing my technical analysis and just sharing my view and the thought process of Plug Power, what is going with that. So folks, thank you for watching it and have a wonderful rest of the week. Next video is coming up, so don't forget to subscribe.